good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Welcome back to the Grange adventure. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Today we will be doing some seasoning and marinating of this right here, this whole leg of lamb. I'm gonna get my wife to introduce you to all the ingredients she'll be using, because she'll be the one doing this.
Okay, so for Sunday dinner today we decided to do a roasted leg of lamb. So first I'm going to soak this in some salt and vinegar and lemon and wash it off, and then we can get seasoning. As usual, we're going to use our natural herbs. So here you can see we've got some rosemary, garlic, pepper, spring onion, red onions, some ginger underneath, and some bell peppers or sweet pepper, and normal black pepper, white pepper, mixed herb, chive, and parsley with some pimento and salt. Okay, so this is the lower leg of lamb. We're just soaking it in some vinegar, salt, and some lemon. I'm just going to leave it there for a good maybe 15 minutes, soak out any blood or anything that's left in there, and to make sure it's nice and clean, and then we can start seasoning. So I'm going to go ahead and prepare my seasoning, my green seasoning, whilst the lamb is soaking. So I've chopped everything up. This here is the ginger. I'm just gonna add all my powder seasoning to this. Hopefully it's enough. Black pepper, some white pepper to go with, dried herbs, some chive, some parsley, a bit of salt, and some pimento, grounded pimento powder. And I'm going to mix all this together. This is our lamb all washed and ready. What I'm going to do, I'm going to leave the fat on. I'm going to skim it off, because whilst it's cooking, it's going to need a little bit of fat to help it cook. And then what I'm going to do, once it's cooked, I will skim off the excess fat. I'm going to create little incisions down to the bone so I can stuff it. Oh yes, I can create little pockets to stuff the rosemary and the seasoning, so that it's not just the outside that's seasoned, but the inside can be flavorful as well. So we're going to get all the seasoning together. This is going to burn our eye as well. The onions and the garlic steams. And you rub it all together, make sure everything's evenly proportioned. And I'm gonna stuff the little pockets on both sides. And then I can put little sprigs of rosemary in each of them as well. And then I'm going to turn it over and do the same thing again.
That looks really good.
Thank you. And then I can rub the rest of the seasoning. And remember, this is Sunday dinner and today's Friday afternoon, so you'll have a good 2 days to soak up all this seasoning and leave it in the fridge to marinate for the next 2 days. And then I can leave this, it can be lay on the bed like so. And that's it. Put some grease proof. Then I'm gonna put some foil. So the way I'm doing it, I can just take it out of the fridge, leave it to come to room temperature, and then put it straight into the oven on Sunday. And then I am just gonna cling film it. It's gonna use a plastic wrap to make sure that it doesn't smell up my entire fridge. Oh, it's heavy as well. This is about 2.1 kilograms of lamb. So it's gonna take a few hours to roast. So I'm gonna be putting our roast lamb into the oven. It's about 2.1 kilograms, so I'm estimating it's gonna take at least a good 3 hours for it to be roasted. So I'm gonna put it in, leave it in there for about an hour and a half at maybe 200, and then we'll see what it looks like. Been 1.5 hours. I'm going to turn it over. It's almost cooked. Oh, looks nice. So maybe another 1.5 hours. Actually, maybe even an hour. Is quite soft on this side. No, here is a bit resistant. Okay. Leave for another hour and a half. I had some carrots, spring onions, sweet pepper, and some potato. This is going to be the thickening agent. So add some olive oil. Oops. Add a little bit of soy sauce, not too much. A little bit of oil and a bit of water, and allow it to cook. So leave that to fry off for a few minutes. We've added in a little bit of soy sauce and some water, and I'm going to add the juice from the lamb. It's been in there for a good 2 hours now, so it's got another hour to go, I would say. Oh, it's hot. The foil paper off so it can get brown, get a little bit of color. So it's got another hour. Half an hour, I'm going to turn it over so the other side can get the color as well. It's been half an hour. Gravy is bubbling away. Yeah, the juices are running clear now. So we know it's cooked to the bone. And I'm gonna slice and brown. I'm gonna flip it over. Okay. And straight through. So I'm gonna give this about 15 minutes, then add the gravy to let that side brown. And then we're almost done. You've seen this butter. I'm just trying to skim off all the oil from the top. So you can see a lot of oil is on top. So that is the gravy. I'm just gonna add this to the meat now. This is all the oil that I got from skimming the gravy. So what I'm gonna do now, I've added a bit of corn flour to thicken the gravy. So that is it. So I'm gonna add the gravy. Oopsie daisy. To the pan. So that's all the juices and everything back onto the lamb. So that is it. That's it. All the carrots and everything. And I can just do a little slice for you to see the finished product. Let's try. So that is it. And of course I'm gonna taste it. Are you gonna taste it as well? So you can see it's not too dry, still moist. The knife has gone all the way through. You can see it's cooked all the way to the bone. This side is falling off the bone. And that's it. Let's taste it. So roast lamb's been cooking for a good 2 hours, about 2:45. I thought it would take a good 3 hours, but 2:45. Want to taste first? Tell me what you think.
Ready?
Hi guys, this is the finished product of a roasted leg of lamb. I just wanted to show you, highlight something to you. This is the when you saw me earlier skimming off the oil from the lamb. This is all the fat. So that's why I skimmed it off. I didn't want to intake all that fat. And this is our finished product. Voila.
So as always, thank you for watching the Grange Adventure. Please remember to like, share, comment and subscribe. And until then, take care of yourselves and each other. As always, it's blessings to you and your family. Grange Adventure out.